You know how sometimes you meet people through random kismet? Apparently, there's another Rich Baker improviser somewhere in Wisconsin who was meant to get a friend request a few years ago from Michelle Gilliam, but I wound up getting it by accident, happy accident, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, we'll be friends. Who is this person? And like, oh, total badass. That's who this person is. Michelle Gilliam, 24 plus years improv experience, specializes in helping improvisers and others find confidence in their voices and their choices. Owner and artistic director of Improv MKE. Here with her talk, appreciate your own pace. Michelle Gilliam, everybody.
Yeah,
Michelle.
Michelle.
What?
Yeah.
Hi, thank you guys so much. What an amazing introduction. I really appreciate that. And yes, I'm glad you told that story because like I did minor leagues in comedy sports with a Rich Baker, and I was like, why are we not friends? I've known you since I was a kid. But anyway, so it was the wrong one, but very good, very good. Great. So I'm going to talk to you guys about appreciating your own pace today as we look at the measure of progress. We have heard from so many great speakers today. Elke, I agree with everything that they've said. How to acknowledge everything. So if you don't acknowledge everything, like Elke said, the audience actually won't believe you, and the reality that you've created doesn't work. Wendy, I got honesty from you, so I'm actually going to share something that I wasn't going to share, but based on your talk, I am. So thank you. From Marcus, I got both honesty of the reality and just honesty in general, and I really appreciate that. I like the sine waves as well, or the waves you were doing. And Thierry, I'm so sorry, I'm sure I messed that up. I also have notes, so I'll be, I'll be using those. And also playing with everyone and using every part of the improv animal. Couldn't agree more. So I talked about that honesty piece that I'm adding that I got from Wendy. Um, I'm going to share a lot of things about being able to appreciate your own pace. Um, but my honesty is, I consistently do, in over all of my 24 years, what's the healthiest for me, what makes me happy, and it makes me not only a better improviser, but it makes me a better human. And I think that sometimes we get caught up in our scenes and everything that we do and trying to be a part of the scene or trying to be part of the cool kids club. I've never felt that pressure to do that because I feel like it ostracizes people. Um, so, I just, yeah, I do what makes me happy. So, very selfish, but it's worked this far. Okay, so the measure of progress: appreciate your own pace and be gentle with yourself. I'll get to that a little bit more later. So, first of all, there's literally no one else that can do what you do. Period. Um, Someone alluded to this earlier. It's like if you try to copy that's something that someone does, it's like a copy of a copy of a copy. And we've seen that movie. I forgot who the star was. Somebody, one Keaton. And it's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work when you're a copy. Michael Keaton. Thank you, Wendy. Um, you just multiplicity. Thanks. Yeah, we see that over and over, and it just doesn't work. It gets worse. So there's literally no one that can do what you do and be who you are. So do that because you're the only one who can do that really, really well. Um, what I love probably the most about so many things I love about improv. When I coach, when I direct, and even when I'm playing with people, I love people's brains. I know it makes me sound like a little bit of a zombie, but I just love people's brains. I love watching how they work, thinking like watching them think through scenarios and scenes and what they want to do or what they say and what their thought process is. And guess what? You're the only one that has your brain. So do it, use it. Um, and yeah, watch as much improv as you can. Play with the person that no one wants to play with because you'll get better and they'll become the person that everyone wants to play with. And so will you because, and Thierry was talking about this earlier, like you just get better. It adds to your skill set. It adds to everything you do. And it also includes people in your scene in a way that they've never felt included before. Um, have fun, right? So if you're not having fun, as you're progressing, as you're doing this, then why are you even doing it? So I know that sometimes we all need a little bit of a reset. So just remember that when we're trying to get to that next level or trying to understand that concept that seems so hard to understand, if you don't get it, you don't get it. That's okay. Just have fun. Do what you want. Like, don't blatantly ignore what's being taught, but like have fun while you're doing it and you will get it. I don't care if you've been doing it for 10 days or 10 years or 24 years like I have. Yes, I'm dating myself. Get excited. But yeah, just have fun. Uh, it's improv, and you get to reinvent yourselves every move you make. So have fun with it. Um, it's not a race. There's no finish line. Um, so people, I feel like scenes that have auditions are really tough, um, because you make we are we are meaning making machines as humans, right? So we just make things up. So if you get cast but your friend doesn't get cast, so you might think, oh, I guess I'm better. Or if your friend gets cast but you don't get cast, oh, they're better than I am. None of that is true. It doesn't matter. You just made that up, and it was a human making the choice for whatever picture they created. So, yes, be kind to yourselves and be kind to everyone else. It doesn't mean anything. I can't stress that enough. If you get cast, if you don't get cast, it doesn't mean anything. It's just the preference of the person who cast you. And don't let that stop you, whether you're chosen or not chosen. Um, Indie teams are make your own indie team. Start fresh. And that also doesn't matter if your friend doesn't ask you to be on their indie team. Start another one. Who cares? It's it doesn't mean anything. Take risks. Keep taking risks. I can't stress this enough. Um, you're going to have so much more fun and you're going to grow so much faster if you continue to surprise yourself and others and continue to take risks. Be creative and open. I think Will Hines has this in his book, How to Be the Greatest Improviser on Earth, right? What a title. Um, Start to learn something new that excites you, that takes you out of the improv world for a little while. Because sometimes we get bogged down into just being so in that world. And I know it's a little bit easier right now since we're in this state in our lives, all of our lives across the world, to start to do other things. But some of us, like Marshall, are still very in the improv world. Now, I do other things like voice acting, and I'm writing a book as well right now. But you know, make sure you're doing other things and expanding yourself as a human, as an improviser, and that actually helps and adds to what you're doing and what you're creating on and off stage. And it can make you happy. So be open and creative. Be gentle with yourself. I was talking about this a little bit earlier. Um, you deserve it. If you're learning all the time. So always be gentle with yourself. And it helps you to be gentle with other people as well. And whether you're new or you've been at it for a while, still remember to be gentle to yourself. Be kind. Um, if you're a competitive person, which a lot of us are, only compete with yourself, right? So go to as many open jams as you possibly can. Play with a new person each week. If you know, start an indie team. I said that earlier as well. So only hit measures that work for you. Don't compete against other people. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Remember, you're literally the only person in the world that can be you. Don't compare yourself to others. Be your own measuring stick. Comparing yourself to others is the quickest way to get in your head and stay there. So if you want to get out of your head, don't do that. Um, and Oh, this is like my favorite thing. So appreciate yourself, appreciate others, like really dig into what is unique about me, what is fun about me, what do I bring to the stage that no one else can bring, to me, everything, and have fun at being yourself, but truly appreciating the people that you're playing with and not buying into, oh, nobody wants to do a scene with that person. Do scenes with that person. It's going to make you feel better, and it's going to make you a better human and improviser. Get excited. I appreciate the little things and the big things that every improviser brings. I have like literally just thinking about it right now, playing with someone who's never done improv or playing with someone who's been doing it for over 40 years. Like, it all excites me, and everybody in between. And love where you're at. This will be the thing I kind of wrap things up. It's exactly where you're supposed to be. Um, so just love it. Love where you're at. Don't worry about anything else, any other piece of that. And you know what? Just like I said, have fun. That is my time. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah.
Wow.
Michelle, Gilliam, thank
Landed
you.
the plane right there and like, and we're done. That's great. So powerful. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Wow.
Thank you.
Uh,
I love seeing all the